What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Hope you're all having a good week. Here I am again, back at Umstead Park. This is kind of my like holy grail for training. It's convenient, local, close, and we can get lots of miles of trails in. So this week's video, I believe, is number 9 of the series. And this week I'm gonna talk about the final training preps for Uwharrie. So I've got 6 weeks left, only 3 of which are actually going to be hard training weeks after this week, and then it's taper time. So stay tuned and I will check in with you throughout today's run. See ya. All right, what's up, everyone? So I'm out here at Umstead Park, as you saw. I'm with Uwharrie today. You've seen him in a couple of the older videos, but I don't know if he's made it to some of the more recent stuff. But we are combining this run with lots of single track and lots of bridle, kind of a good mix. Right now we're on Sycamore. As you saw in last week's video, this is where I was talking about that big hill from the lake. So we're hiking and running, still pretty early into the run, only about 3.5 miles so far. The plan today, if all goes well, is 25. This is actually the last long run for Uwharrie, training for his first 50K, first official 50K in a couple weeks. So that's pretty exciting. Okay, so before we get into the main topic for today, I just want to take a few minutes now to complain. I want to get all my complaints out of the way right now, and hopefully Uwharrie won't have to hear me listen to them, won't have to hear me the rest of the day. So, complaint 1. My calves are tired, my calves are locked up. They've been this way since last week's long run. As we were just discussing together, it's so humid this morning. We're only about 45 minutes in, and my hat, or the sweat, is dripping off the bill of my hat, which is a metric that I use to measure rate of perspiration, how long it takes before the hat gets completely saturated. Another complaint, my feet are starting to go numb, which if you've been watching for a while, you know has been kind of an issue that I've been dealing with for a little bit now. It tends to go away pretty rapidly after a PT session, and fortunately I've got one scheduled Tuesday of next week. So just get through today, get through tomorrow. Monday's a rest day, and Tuesday's PT. So I'm looking forward to that. Apart from all those complaints, my heart rate is pretty high, at least so far for the pace that we've been averaging. I think it says 12-minute per mile average. We started today off with a 1-mile walk. This is something that, again, you've seen me do in the past to just try and warm up and loosen out my calves, which maybe helped, but still not feeling the absolute greatest. I think that's it for all my complaining. If I start complaining, yell at me, because I don't want to complain. It's easy to complain when there's someone to complain to. I realize that. I don't necessarily complain when I'm by myself, because there's no one to hear it, so it doesn't make a damn difference. So we are now on Sycamore Trail, continuing towards the visitor center in the lake. All right, so we are about almost 9 miles in, I think, 8.7 so far. We'll be wrapping up our single track section here in a few miles. So my plan for the next couple weeks, I've got 2 upcoming races that I plan on running. The first of which is, I think I hinted at this earlier in the video, but Table Rock 50K, which is actually will be IAPA's first official ultra. So we're kind of doing it together, but I'm not going to be racing it by any means. I'll just be using it mostly as a long supported training run of 30 miles. So that's what, 3 weeks? September 17th?
2 weeks.
Or 2 weeks, 2 weeks, yeah. After that, I've got another week in the middle of building, and then I'll be finishing up my training cycle with another 50K at the Naturalist on October 1st. So I'll be doing those 2 races as gear up, tune up, supported events leading up to Uwharrie. And then the day after the Naturalist 50K, I'll be doing one more long run and then tapering. I'm excited to wrap up all of my training and finally get to the taper and just kind of coast for the last couple weeks of the training block. So Table Rock 50K is in Morganton, North Carolina. It's about, I think, maybe 3.5 hours from the Raleigh area. It's near Linville Gorge. The course, overall, I would say is one of the easier 50Ks. There's a lot of bridle roads, which I'm not necessarily a fan of, but I think IAPA enjoys those a lot more. Total gain on the course is about 5,500, I think. Overall, not a tremendous amount. There's basically one big climb up to the summit of Table Rock, which is the highest point on the course. I don't know what the total elevation is. I think it's like 38 or maybe 4,200 feet above sea level. But the climb getting up to there is about 2 miles long and about 1,000 feet climb each mile. So it's definitely quite a significant part of the race, but that's the only real climb. You summit Table Rock at around the 10th mile of the race. You go back down that same climb, and then I think it's just about all bridle roads from mile 12 to 15 or so to the finish. All right, here we are wrapping up the single track section of today's run, coming back up to Grayling, and now we're gonna hop on the Bridle Trail and do a nice big out and back Grayling and Turkey Creek on some of the steeper bridle hills, which will be good training and replicating of Table Rock. So here we go. All right, so I don't think I've checked in for a while. We're at about 16.6 miles. We're feeling it, there's no doubt about that. The bridle is more exposed, sunny and hot. Of course, not quite this section, but we're gonna do this. We're gonna get it done. That's the important part. Alright, so IAPA has decided to continue. Truthfully, I have decided to cut back. My body's starting to get really crampy, which is not good. So I think I'm still going to continue and do what I had set out to do. Just really slow and just kind of super easy. Alright, 18 miles in. Feeling like garbage, but that's alright. It's so hot out here. This section on Turkey Creek is super exposed and sunny. No shade protection. Okay, so the plan was to turn around at 19.75 to finish up with 25, but I'm feeling very dehydrated and a little dizzy. I just turned around now, 18.75, so if I don't finish all the way, it'll still be 23 miles. It's just so humid and so hot out here today. Oh gosh, definitely suffering now. All right, 23 miles. Oh, that was awful. That was really hard. Hey, what's going on, everybody? So, I was actually editing this footage for this week's video this week, which is actually the next week after this footage was taken. But I realized I never even actually ended the video. I was just hurting too much after the long run Saturday. So here I'm at actually on Thursday of the next week. Just starting my run off. I'm at the Lake Crabtree entrance of Umstead. Next to the lake here. There's actually some sailboats or something going on the lake, so that's pretty cool. So I just wanted to give a little update on the week and how it went. So in total for week 9, I ended up doing 65 miles. I don't actually know the amount of vert that I got this week. I'll put that up on the screen though. So 65 is my second time ever hitting 65 miles in the week. Overall, things feel pretty good. I did like 16 miles Sunday, the day after the 23 miles on Saturday, and that felt perfect. It was good weather, nice, slow, easy pace. I did my 75-25 run walk intervals on the Tobacco Road Trail, which is always a good training. Yeah, so like I said, just wanted to give a little update, a conclusion to the whole week in general. If you made it to the end, again, I very much appreciate it. Please like and subscribe. I'm trying to get my count up. I'm at, last I checked, 113. So do me a favor, like, subscribe, share it if you would. That would mean a lot. And I don't want to spoil anything for the next week's video, so stay tuned, on the lookout for that. And I will see you then. Have a good one.